A single figure makes his way up a sheer cliff face. He's deep in the Throgneran Mountains, snow falling all around him as a bitter wind threatens to sweep him from his perch. At a glance, he seems ill-equipped for the region's climate, wearing nothing but pants, a vest, and a pack with 2 swords tucked in it. He has no climbing gear, opting instead to brute force his way up, something that would normally take a Herculean effort. But as he climbs, it quickly becomes evident that he is neither cold nor tired. His forearms bulge as he pulls himself up onto a small plateau in the cliff face, looking out at the valley below him. He is 47 days into his journey, a journey with no set destination. Many, many, many days to the northeast, our party is about to set out on a journey of their own. After 6 days of downtime spent researching, protecting, exploding, and mourning, a job too good to pass up is about to come their way. We cut to Eamon as he makes his way through the arcane assembly hall.
After those 6 days, in the morning, Eamon, while you're at the assembly, Yinhe kind of calls you over.
Okay.
As you just come in to do your research like you normally do. She goes, there is an opportunity I think you should take.
Oh, like a job or?
Yes, there is a traveling merchant who comes to town every so often. I've only seen him once before, but he has something that I think is your best chance to get in with the elves.
Oh, like your people in the south?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
He needs... I cannot go, as I've told you, I'm exiled.
Yeah.
But he needs someone who speaks Elvish, because he does not.
Is he an elf?
No.
Okay.
He's a small sunflower man.
Are you kidding?
No.
Nice.
I never kid with plants.
Oh, that's true. I should know that by now. Okay. Yeah, where might I find him?
I believe he is at the South Gate.
The freaking South Gate.
His name is Sunny. He's an interesting fellow.
Sunny. I like it. Okay. Thank you.
If your other friends are interested,
They can't speak Elvish. I'm just going to go.
I don't recommend you make that journey alone.
Yeah, I will. Yeah. Anything outside of the gate, I definitely need my friends with me. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. You would have been noticing that her Prykus to some degree, though less, and Tajima have been very clearly working on something in close tandem. But
I remember since I gave them the little pieces of wood, they were like, firing on all cylinders, working on some kind of project.
If you would have brought it up, any of those three would tell you that they can't talk to you about it.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
and she is
just something of note.
Her people, if I'm correct, are called the Jade Elves, correct?
Yes.
And the head guy's called the Keeper.
Yes, they're called the Jade Elves. She calls them the Jaydun Elves. Jaydun is technically what they call them. They call themselves, but which roughly translates to Jade Elves.
Okay. Thank you. What time of day is it?
It's morning.
Morning. Okay.
But she basically said that he wants to leave as soon as possible. She would have mentioned that. So
cool.
So you can get there, the better.
I know where Phosphorus is. I've seen him every day I've been here.
Yeah. So I'm gonna step outside and
I'm gonna run to the I forget the guy's name. The mechanic.
Dill.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I run to him and see if I can find Phosphorus.
Yeah. I mean, you can track Phosphorus down easily. It's where the biggest booms are. That's where he is.
I peek my head around the corner as an explosion happens. Yeah. I'm like, hey.
Yeah.
There's a possibility of a new job opportunity.
We're getting money?
Yes.
Then I'm in.
Okay. Should I roll deception for that?
No, because you're not. I mean, she said it was a job, and there's no. It's assumed that you're going to get paid.
I'm just really glad
so you're not really lying.
He didn't ask for how much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, we're in.
I just need money.
What have you been spending all your money
for
on?
whatever reason?
We just got paid a shitload.
Thanks.
Phosphorus has a scratchy mark on his neck.
For whatever reason,
old habits die hard.
Let's just say you are picking up your shield, so you're there too. Renisteer.
Okay.
So you just
walk. Sort of weighing at my arm.
Are you in a cop outfit now?
Yeah. I have one of those. I have a T-shirt on with an American flag with one blue stripe down it.
Oh my god!
God damn it!
The thin blue line. That's what they call him.
I don't know what this means. I thought it looked cool.
But yeah,
more of an Iron Curtain man.
Renisteer is also tracked down, and he has a shield.
Renister, I like your shield, by the way.
What are the runes? They just look like generic magic runes, but they can be any color and like size or whatever you
Silver.
want. Word. I figured.
That
So
thing
shield
looks
looks
super
basically
heavy.
the same thing. There's now no sign of like the when it broke or anything.
Is there like does it feel heavier at all, or does it feel like exactly the same?
It can look a little different if you want it to. Like the color of the metal could have changed, or you could have changed it anyway.
Yeah, if you could re-describe your shield.
I'm not
that'd be
going to
awesome.
like make you change anything about it because it doesn't have to if you don't want it to. The sigils just have to be there. That's the only caveat.
I want it to be this like silver border. I'm assuming the look of it is kind of like a standard shield, maybe even like the
Circular or kite?
kite one.
Okay,
That's what
yeah,
I was aiming
yeah.
for. Kite trimmed with like silver. That same scale, like the weight scale
In the wing.
with the wings, but now with like a very medieval looking like lizard head on it,
Okay, yeah.
with like the tongue spinning out
like
of it.
like a medieval crest, like you would see on a medieval
Yes,
crest.
maybe
yeah.
even actually behind the scale, like
Word. Yeah.
in the back, so you know who it is.
Nice.
Branding. I'm gonna
Yeah.
start selling T-shirts.
Branding,
There's
baby.
a,
We
there's
got
a
merch.
copyright. thing
Check
by
out
it.
my merch shop.
But yeah.
Renister, I think we might have. You remember Yin He, right?
Yeah. I'm just like swinging my shield around like I'm.
That's an
walking.
awesome shield, by the way.
Thank you. It looks pretty flashy, if I do say so myself.
If you ever
Not
come
so much
across more of those lizard heads, I would love to put one on my shield. You know,
Well, it's
represent the
an
brand.
exclusive club. We'd have
No,
to,
yeah.
I have to
Yeah,
check
yeah.
membership and possibly.
that's silly. Yeah. Why would
Well,
Why would I ever?
We'll look at the books. We'll see what happens.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, Yin He mentioned a traveling merchant that she has met upon one occasion is in town, and this merchant could possibly offer us a job.
Oh, okay.
It might involve traveling a bit.
How far out of town?
I'm not sure exactly.
You would remember that from what you've
I'm trying to
gathered
say
from
it gingerly.
Yinhi, in generally, it is anywhere from like 20 to 40 days. Kind of depends.
It might be a very
Like a month is a good estimate.
It might be a very long journey. Perhaps a month.
Well, I did want to assist more with the river bandits, but I guess a job's a job.
Yeah, I mean, we can always just see what it is. It's a possibility. Honestly, I can say this as maybe I'm like leading them towards the
Yeah, Southgate.
Southgate.
Have you met this man yet? Do you know his character, though?
I have not. No. So like I said,
Does
this
he
could
harm
be
the
a,
innocent?
this
Is
could
he
be
like a drug dealer? Is he muling stuff?
I don't think so. I don't think Yin-He would be involved with someone like that, or at least if she was, she wouldn't just mention it out loud at the assembly.
Okay, I just don't want to, get wrapped up with anything that
Me neither. Trust me.
reflect poorly on my.
But
I mean,
I just know
I really wouldn't care either way.
You're
what
not
this-
here, and it doesn't matter what you think.
I'm standing right next to you.
I heard what this merchant needs is someone that can speak Elvish. And so that's where I would help. But the idea is we'd be traveling outside of the city gates. And that is where you guys could help in making sure that people don't die.
I don't mind with that. Is there some personal ties here?
Well, as we're walking, I'm guessing throughout the week I would have maybe explained to you guys, like if we were to meet at the tavern at the end of every night, or, I'm sure we would have talked.
Yeah. I mean,
during
Phosphorus
this
is
time.
working at the assembly where you're doing your research.
actually
so
probably-
he'd be very close
You
to.
probably see me at the chapel every night.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so I'm
also
guessing
true,
I would
yeah.
have been like, so as you guys know, this week I think I might have narrowed down, or at least gotten another step towards where some of my powers come from. I think I'm what some of the mages call an oracle.
Do I know what that is?
I would have probably explained to you what I know.
Either if you don't or you do, there's no way you know anything more than what he would tell you.
Okay. I
So-
didn't know if
You would have heard of
order
it, or-
had any sort of knowledge about it.
No, I mean maybe, but it's definitely not something they like would have run by you, or you would have picked
Gotcha.
up for sure.
Just think sorcerer, but a little bit different, sort of.
Sounds a lot more different.
Yeah, it comes with curses, which is great. But the closest thing that, the closest other living being that even has some sort of power resembling mine, is someone that's called the Keeper, of a tribe of elves called the Jade Elves. That's where Yin-He is from, and they reside like I said, about a month south, and I believe this merchant is going to visit them, and he needs someone that can translate.
Well, I hope that this person we're meeting has the same level of character you do when it comes to these abilities, because from what I've seen, they can get quite intense.
Like I said, I know it's a big ask, and it's kind of just personal for me, so I totally understand if it's not something you're interested in.
No, we
can just see how much money it is.
We
and
are
go from there.
compatriots now. If this means a lot to you, I don't mind traveling along. And if we make some money on the way, that's positive in my book.
I can't get the image of Renister wearing a blue line shirt out of my head.
I have
while you
American
speak.
Those like tight, like Under Armour
Yeah,
dry fits.
for
I
real.
have an American flag headband on.
But yeah, so you guys head to the south gate.
You don't have a backpack, you have a ruck.
And as you approach, you hear the sounds of children giggling, easily heard over the morning bustle. Rounding a corner, the south gate now fully within view, you see a massive stag beetle, a good deal bigger than a horse, with 3 curved horns on its head. Proudly standing atop its shiny black carapace, I think that's how you say that word, is a 2-foot-tall plant humanoid. Their head is a fully blooming sunflower with pockets of lighter colored seeds in the shape of 2 eyes and a mouth. Their body is made up of twisting vines, and they appear to be in the middle of telling a story to the crowd of children gathered around the beetle. I don't know why I forgot to breathe while reading all that. Just as they prepare to wrap things up, 2 older-looking humans shout to the group of kids, "Hey, get along now." And with that, the kids scatter, leaving behind 1 defeated-looking sunflower.
As we walk up, I sort of like nudge Renister and Phosphorus. I'm like, that's him. His name's Sonny.
Yeah,
He's quite standout.
So I walk
you
up
see him
and
slide down the carapace and start to walk to like the back end of the beetle.
I just kind of take my hood off so that he can kind of clearly see that. I mean, obviously, you could probably clearly see anyway that I'm an elf. And I want to just like, as I get close enough within earshot, I just want to say, hi, excuse me, are you Sonny?
Yeah, I am. Who are you?
A friend of mine said she'd met you once. Her name's Yinhee.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
She's
Turn me down. Turn me down. Sorry, happens sometimes.
Do you sing? Are you
Not
a bard of
by
sorts?
choice, often.
Is this a curse?
I don't think so. Maybe.
I like your thinking.
Is this
So-
one like you? Does he start singing more and more if he...
I haven't had anything make me sing yet.
Yeah,
but who knows?
What could be
Can
different?
do you speak Elvish?
I do speak Elvish, yes.
How would you like to join an expedition to the elves?
That's actually what I kind of wanted to ask you about. It's a long journey.
Uh-huh.
Are you going one way there? Are you coming back here?
I mean, hopefully we come back.
Your plan is to come back here, though, not to go on to
Yeah.
somewhere
Yeah,
else.
yeah, yeah.
What is it
There's
exactly?
not much past there, so it's just kind of...
Before we do anything, I would need to also bring my friends. This is Renister. I point to Renister.
Oh, you're big. You look like you can kill something.
This is
Thank you, I
Phosphorus,
have-
and he can kill pretty much as many things. if
Which
not.
one? Both of them?
Phosphorus. I point to Phosphorus that he can also kill many things despite his size.
One might call him... What's your name?
Phosphorus.
Phosphorus.
Oh my god. Is there? Yeah. So they would have to come with us, and I was just kind of curious.
okay.
What are your intentions with the elves? Are you just
What
looking?
are my
to
intentions?
Are you just looking to like trade with them? Are you looking to
have something that they need.
what might that be? If you don't mind me asking.
Mm,
We'll eventually talk about it on the month-long journey there and the month-long journey back, I suppose.
Would it attract attention?
Oh,
Is it drugs?
No,
Okay, good.
it is not drugs, but it would definitely, as you can tell, he looks around, would attract attention.
Is it
Can I just take a look at the beetle? Is it carrying anything?
Yeah,
Saddlebags?
It has very large saddlebags on both of its sides. So it's carrying a lot of stuff. You can't really, unless you're rummaging through. It looks like
I just sort
a
of
bunch
like
of things.
lean, I like hunch down a bit and like lean in a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm
very
like,
short.
Is it magical of sorts?
He just nods.
Is it something that could cause great harm or enhance power?
It'll
Perhaps?
probably take great harm if we don't get it there.
Is it something to aid the elves?
No, look, I can't talk about it much in town,
Fair enough.
but I promise you, it'll be fun.
we love fun. We also love being compensated.
Fun is
Of
optional
course.
for me.
I'm a merchant, so I have things. You guys like things, yes?
We do like things.
Depends.
Depends
kind
on the
of-
things.
Okay.
But
What kind
what-
of things do you like?
Things
You-
that don't hurt.
Gold.
Do you
Things
have,
that don't hurt people.
do you have
Well,
things that explode?
depends.
Do
You
I
can
have
hurt-
things that explode? Yes.
We're gonna get along just fine.
Nice.
I am more on edge than I was before.
What is your name?
Renister.
What is your name?
My name's Eamon,
Okay.
and yours is Sunny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sunny.
Something tells me you aren't the type to just go around willy-nilly making sure that, like, random people get hurt.
You a cop?
Sometimes.
Yes.
Okay. No.
Part-time.
Can I, like, can I just narrow my eyes?
Why don't you roll perception?
Starting to like Sunny more and more.
Some kind of narc. Only narcs call people
9.
narcs.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely a character. So it's and he is a sunflower. So it's
I
kind
can't
of hard
read
to
his
get
face.
a gauge.
It's like 3 lines.
Yeah. So, but yeah. How about I'll take care of all the supplies.
As
100.
far as food.
Yeah, food,
Stuff.
water. If you guys need any camping gear, 150 gold for each of you, and something from my own personal stash.
I'm starting to think more and more this is drugs.
It's not. That did sound like drugs. That's my bad. It's not
Hey,
drugs.
Deal.
Okay. Well, it's not
Phosphorus,
drugs.
love drugs.
I don't care if
Is
it's
that
drugs or
still okay?
not. Oh yeah.
Okay.
The only thing
It's
I
not
will
drugs.
say, the one caveat I will add is that if it's any item that is has a great level of malice, that would be the only thing that I would.
Malice.
Uh,
So
some very
like-
evil cursed item of sorts.
Oh, no curses.
Renister
Okay.
just doesn't want anyone
I mean,
innocent to get
if
hurt.
to clarify, I don't
Roll
care.
perception.
As he puts
Yeah.
his pistol away.
To clarify, I do. I see a need for items that can cause harm, but something that
22.
is very volatile, I don't feel comfortable around.
Word. Let me show you. And he starts to walk, and as he passes you, Phosphorus, he goes, I do have drugs. Well, the rest of you can roll perception to see if you hear that.
What about my elf things read lips?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you would just. Still, roll perception will be
yeah.
very low DC because it like kind of has lips. You know, it's hard to read.
Yeah.
That's true.
What'd
More
you
of a-
What'd
more
you
of a
get?
Flap 16.
I got an 11.
DC 10, lowest DC. Yeah,
Eamon, you catch that? Renister, you do not.
Okay.
but I mean, you don't hear it, but you read it.
You see me just like
and then, yeah.
sniffing like my finger under my nose.
He goes and he takes out a couple things. Where are we? There is a. Well, first he's got a lot of things. If you are looking for uncommon recipes, he would have most any. If you wanted some of those as your rewards.
Oh.
I didn't like go through and pick out specific ones. Just like run them by me if you.
This is like up to level 3.
He would have more than that. He would have higher levels, but you obviously won't be able to use them until you get there. So if you want to do the sacrifice of getting higher level things and not being able to use them yet,
I'll take a look.
there he has this elegant looking copper ring with images of songbirds engraved on it. He has this very clearly magic wand. It's a blue metal wand with white stars on it. A black metal wand as well with an oily sheen to it. There is a small vial of ink that, with yellow liquid inside that he says is a magical tattoo. There is a hammer that has a wooden shaft, bottom of the shaft wrapped in handle, two-sided dark blue metal hammerhead with bolts of lightning and clouds etched into the metal. And then there is an armband, it looks like woven out of black feathers. And he says, any of you could have one of these or a couple recipes if you want them.
What do they do?
What do they do?
Do you know what any of these items do specifically?
Any of
yet?
them you're specifically interested in?
The hammer. What does the hammer do?
Guy I bought it from, Dwarf, he said it was a storm hammer. So it, I think it sparks a little bit when you hit, and you can activate it, and lightning runs through it for a bit as well.
How big is that hammer?
You would equate it to a warhammer, so it is a one-handed weapon, but it is a martial weapon,
Yeah,
and it's like
big
a
boy
substantial weapon. Yeah.
I like try to pick it up with two hands and like kind of get it off the ground. I'm like,
Yeah, it's a lot.
not mine.
Yeah. You gotta hit the gym.
I could put you
You're
through
literally a
some
sunflower.
rigorous training. We could hit the weights.
I mean, I can't pick it up.
I would love to hit the weights.
Get massive gains.
Dude,
Yeah.
take me
Any of
to
the
Gainesville.
Are you interested in any of them? Do you want the hammer? You can have the hammer.
What does the armband do?
What does the armband do? That I don't know.
Okay.
I think it has something to do with birds. But
I'll take the hammer.
Birds and lizards closely evolutionary, you know.
do you take the hammer?
I will take the hammer.
Oh, interesting.
I'm more interested in the ring/wands.
The ring is a ring of ventriloquism. Pretty sure it just lets you cast ventriloquism. And then the two wands are a wand of magic missile and a wand of grease, which lets you cast magic missile and lets you cast grease.
What is grease?
It makes oil. Grease, maybe?
It just like makes slippery surfaces.
Mm-hmm.
Are those surfaces flammable?
What is
I mean, it's oil. So
what is ventriloquism? What does that
I
do?
think it like throws your voice.
Okay.
I'm no
Do you have a puppet?
caster, so I'm not
Okay.
sure.
I'll take the. Can I put on the armband and just see if it does anything?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just gonna take a
Why
set.
don't,
real
why don't
quick.
you roll nature?
16.
Yeah, you vaguely get the idea that just from like the feeling of the magic within it when you put it on your arm, that it is specifically used for communication. From your best guess, at all times you can communicate with ravens. Once per day, you can cast Speak with Animals, with the caveat that you can only communicate with birds.
So I can speak with ravens all the time, and any bird one time.
Yeah, once a day.
Nice. Cool.
Between the
Do you
three of
want
us,
the
we'll
band?
talk to a lot of tiny animals.
You want the armband?
Yeah.
It'll look great when you're like flexing with the hammer.
I'm not gonna have the hammer, but
Well,
I-
yeah, but
I-
like, you know.
once I lift the weights, I'm gonna pose with the hammer for a photo. and
Yeah.
It's gonna look awesome. Yeah, I'll take that armband.
Okay. Anything popping up on your radar?
Is it just one that I can get?
It depends. Like a couple low level ones would definitely not just be one.
Like
but
level 3?
what are you looking at?
The Tallow Bomb, which does persistent fire damage and sickened. There is the Star Grenade, which
Or both of those?
3.
Okay.
Which
Do you have any more for 3?
the Junk Bomb.
You can get those 3 recipes for your.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
So as I put on this ring and see he's like handing out recipes to Phosphorus and Renister is swinging around his hammer and stuff, I just want to say, so when were you wanting to leave town?
Now.
Could you give us maybe an hour or two to pack our things and let a few people know we're leaving?
Makes sense.
Cool.
I'll be here.
Did he say where he'd... I don't even know if he said this. We also have to get rations, I'd imagine.
Yeah, he has that.
He said he would provide.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. So
He
he'll
does
either get them or have them. You guys don't have to worry about any rations or water for the whole
Gotcha.
trip,
Okay.
basically.
Cool. I would essentially just let Tajima and them know because it would be like, I don't know,
You just disappear from town.
if
yeah.
they were planning on doing something or their project was coming to a head that they couldn't tell me about or something.
They would wish you a good trip and say that hopefully by the time you return, a lot of progress will have been made on their situations.
I would do the same, but with Econ, just letting him know and that we will be returning, and if there's any progress made with the river bandits, we can help.
I assume you do the same with Dill.
No.
They smell
Phosphorus just goes to his
I
dealer.
was gonna sit and talk to Sonny.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, so if I need to move something when we're on this trip, where should I put it
Move something.
that I don't want the big lizard to know about?
Oh yeah. He shows you there. All of the carapace, you know how beetles' backs kind of open into 2 wings. He says Snyder, which is his beetle's name, can do that. Except there's no wings in there. It's just a bunch of small hidden compartments that are like built into Snyder. So he's like, take your pick. We can put it anywhere. So I'm offloading most of my stuff because, you know, we just need the stuff to bring for the journey. But
It's good to know. Thank you.
As I come back with my backpack and stuff ready to go, could I I would just like to ask him, are you pretty well versed in navigating your way to there? I know the south especially can be you can get turned around pretty easily. Are you pretty well versed traveling in these jungles?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do I believe him?
Roll perception.
Okay.
Do I believe him?
Roll perception. Anybody?
Perception, diplomacy.
I believe him.
No, definitely not diplomacy.
Swinging my hammer to fixed on that.
18.
Yeah, I mean, he sounds confident, but in the way of someone who,
Just sounds confident all the time.
yeah.
Shouldn't
So
be.
it wouldn't be a stretch for you to assume that. I wouldn't say you get the vibe that he's hopeless, but it's definitely not like he's an amazing survivalist or anything. by
Do you
any
have
means.
a map? Are there any?
Yeah.
Are there any other like small villages or towns on the way from here to there?
Oh no, that's the issue.
That's what I figured. I was
But he
just
does.
curious.
He does have a very. It looks like the most detailed map. It's not even close to what Prykus had, which is like a half-worn, old, half-finished map. A very detailed map of what looks like the area south. He said, "I paid a lot of money for this, so hopefully we don't get lost."
Okay. Would you mind if I just like glance at that
Yeah,
occasionally
yeah.
on the way there?
Uh-huh. I mean, if any
Like
of you
throughout the days?
are more confident with a map than me, go for it.
I'm not more confident. It's just nice to make the South not so mysterious.
So you guys ready?
Minister, you good to go?
Yep. Got my hammer. Got my shield.
Yeah.
I'm a happy lizard.
Yeah. I mean, we've laid low long enough, I suppose. Time to get ourselves in more danger. Tally ho.
Tally ho. Okay.
Did we get a ride in the Beetle with him? Or did we
Yeah, you
just have
ride
to, like,
on it
walk
for
next
sure.
to it? Nice.
Not all of you could.
I'd be walking.
Yeah, but the three of you could. Yeah,
I would sit
it's
on top
big
and
enough
just
to sit on him.
They're all
kinda
like giggling and having a good time, and I'm walking. next
thumb
to-
through my book. Hey, I got hired to translate. You guys got hired to protect. So I'm
Well,
chilling.
I mean,
No,
hopefully
I'm
you.
chilling.
Can we? I mean, if we all are in life or death, hopefully we all fight. No,
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
No slacking.
are you lying or no? Is it
Yeah,
just-
no, yeah, no.
Okay,
No, yeah.
cool.
Okay.
You guys like stories?
Depends on the story.
How long have we been on the road before he asked us that?
2 minutes.
Really cracking them out early, huh?
Kind
Yeah.
of got blue balls earlier
I like
Blue
stories.
Seas.
Wait.
because I was telling a story and then the climax was coming and I was
How
about
does
to
your
hit him.
anatomy work?
I don't know. I've never
Don't whip
felt
it
the
out.
touch of another. I'm just a plant dude, so I don't think it does work like
no
that. Honestly,
no offense, but I don't think that will change during this trip.
that's fine. I don't really feel attracted to anything.
Speak for
So,
yourself. Yeah.
what are you?
Well-
Like you're a lizard, right? A big lizard, but normally they're in tribes. No,
Yes, I was different.
kind of humor come from a sunflower man. Huh?
Yeah, when I was a hatchling, I happened to wash up into a town where I was picked up by two very kind halfling parents. Very nice people.
That's
My
beautiful.
parents. But I grew up in a big city.
Where?
I grew up in Wakuzana. They owned a kind of just like look around like somewhat embarrassed because of my like demeanor with
Mhm.
everyone so far. They owned a bakery.
Ooh.
They made very good bread. Muffins were to die for. Sometimes when I'm tired, I can still smell their flat bread.
Do you have an apron?
I'd love to try it if I could eat.
Can you still bake?
Another time. As far as yes, my
Did you guys say bake?
Not that kind, dude.
wait,
Told
are we
you
talking
to
about
town
drugs
more.
again? I
No.
thought we were talking about bread.
No, I think he's talking about bread.
Yeah.
Okay. What's you can't eat?
No.
I think he gets it from the sun.
Yeah, he fully stands up and just opens his arms towards the sky, and he's like, "This place fucking sucks. It's always raining."
Is there like
Someone roll a d6, 2 d6s, and tell me what you get.
I got 11.
It's the first heavy rain in a while. He hates it.
Sorry,
Yeah.
boys.
Do
I
you-
have to. He goes in his pouch and he takes out what looks like definitely magical to some degree. Like it's giving off sunlight, but it's just a small little seed. He says, "I have to consume these because I just don't get enough from the over clouds."
Does the sun have a flavor?
No, it's so boring.
I mean, like, you have a mouth, though, so, like, can you eat if you want to?
Well, it doesn't open. He just like animates his mouth, and the seeds don't open. They just like move to convey emotions.
As he talks about this, can I pull out a bottled sunlight?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna activate it, which means it gives off 20 bright, 20 feet of bright light, 20 feet of dim light.
Mhm.
And it does do positive energy damage.
Good thing Register's not sitting up there.
No.
Burn into ash.
The
into a
light
puddle.
doesn't. I'm like, does
Oh, when it hits.
yeah?
Okay.
Does this do anything?
Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
It's like a. Yeah. What is that?
it's bottled sunlight.
Can I have some?
It'll last for an hour.
For a price.
Oh, nice.
Ah,
I'm just sort of like taking a wide berth away
if
from the needle now.
if we get in any trouble, you can throw it, and it does. It explodes.
What doesn't? Out of
He
your arsenal?
he holds it a little more tentatively. Okay. It explodes.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it bursts into flame, and
Starting to notice a theme
Sunlight.
with you.
it's a very.
You're
easy
very
theme.
perceptive.
Yeah, so you guys go for a couple hours, and eventually Sonny stops and he says, "Okay, I think it's time you guys get in with the secrets." And he hops down and he tells all of you to get off the carapace, and it opens up.
I just kind of jumped down.
And flying out of it is a stark white horse standing 4 feet off the ground and stretching 5.5 feet from head to tail. It definitely looks young. It's not fully grown. A large, foot-long, dark purple horn sits atop her forehead, its inside appearing to shift and glimmer as the sun hits it. Large wings stretch out from either side of her back, each covered in angelic white feathers. With a huff, she takes a quick look at the three of you, her eyes bursting with intelligence before falling in line next to Snyder and Sonny.
I kind of like nonchalantly get my shield just kind of in front of me a little bit.
And he says, "This is Fleda. She's a unicorn Pegasus, and she is gonna die if we don't get her to the elves."
Can I like?
Fleda?
Yeah.
Can I try to figure out if I've been like, if I inhaled the wrong thing while on the ride? 'Cause
If you're hallucinating?
Like you're high and hallucinating?
I just saw a horse pop out of a
Yeah,
bug.
yeah. Roll will save.
Okay. That is 16.
Hard to tell. It's definitely wild.
You're always hallucinating just a little
It's
bit.
especially harder because you saw in there, and there was definitely not room for Pegasus.
I know. I'm like trying to like figure this out. I'm
He
like,
leans over to the giant crystal-covered Cyclops next to him and goes, "Can you believe this?"
Is there?
this is not
what
what I
is-
expected today.
What is Fleda?
She's a unicorn Pegasus.
What is that?
It's a Pegasus and a unicorn's baby.
How much does Eamon know about these creatures?
You guys can roll
Folklore or, like-
nature.
What about seafaring lore?
What about engineering lore?
Pegasus.
Can I do a backflip to figure it out?
No.
Can I do crafting?
No.
I got 12.
Can you craft a Pegasus unicorn?
I think it might just be called breeding, but yeah.
13.
That's a 7.
7? 13?
12.
None of you know anything about a Pegasus or unicorn. Other than that, you're aware that unicorns are horned horses, and you're aware that Pegasuses are winged horses.
So you have to forgive my knowledge, but what exactly do they do?
Well, they're highly intelligent, although Fleda only speaks Sylvan. Do any of you speak Sylvan?
Can't say that I do. Are these? I'm assuming this is extremely rare.
Mm-hmm. Extraordinarily so. And they normally exist in areas of high concentration of Fey or primal magic, which is why she needs to get to the elves. And all of you can make a medicine check or perception check, whichever you prefer.
Never mind.
19.
19.
Both of you, she does have, there is a little bit of distress in her eyes, and it reminds you of when you look at someone that looks like they have a fever, where they're just a little more strained than normal. It's hard to tell because she's stark white, but...
What do you think is wrong with her? Why is she going to die?
Well, I know what's wrong with her. She's not around enough Fey magic, so she needs to get to that.
Where did
in the
you
elves.
find her?
I can't tell you that,
Why?
because it's confidential.
Well, I thought this was share secret time. You even said that excitedly.
Yes, uh-huh.
That's a
I
secret.
was told by whoever hired me, which you also can't know, not to tell anyone, because it could put her in danger.
Okay.
What? Oh, why? This is a lot to take in, but I guess my real question would be, what happens to the Pegasus after we get her to?
Well,
where
hopefully
she
they
needs to
let
go?
her stay there.
So this is just out of care for this creature.
Yeah, she's gonna die. If we
And
don't
you're
get her
making
there.
money.
Okay. Well,
Well, yeah, I definitely got paid for it.
Yeah, like it's a job.
Yeah.
it is a rare creature. I'm just not.
Oh, extremely
familiar.
so.
But I'm not familiar with its other capabilities, so I'm just not familiar.
Can it do anything else? Does it have its own magical abilities?
Mm-hmm.
Like
She can
what?
cast magic, spells and such. I haven't seen any of it. She doesn't need it to, and I think it strains her as he kind of like looks to her,
Yeah.
and she gives a bit of a nod.
So avoid
Acknowledging the
having
look.
her protect herself.
Can-
would be probably.
Can she
preferable.
understand us?
I think so. In my time with her, which has been a couple months now, she's highly intelligent. I haven't had a conversation with her because I don't speak Sylvan.
I
but
just turn towards her and I go, "If you can understand us, tap your hoof twice."
I try. It's not. She's a little uppity. He says. She definitely doesn't
Oh.
do that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, do we need to do anything to
Just whatever you do.
maintain our health while we're traveling?
Do not try to ride her. Well, speed, time is of the essence, is really all that we need. There's what I understand. There's not much we can do other than get her there quicker.
I do have. I tell him. I sort of like show like the sparks in my hands. I'm like, I do have healing magic.
Oh, what?
If it's secret time, could that possibly help her at all?
I don't think so because she has healing magic too. So I
Oh.
think what she needs is like a high concentration of Fey energy more than anything.
Can I
I
walk
like
up?
snap my finger and a spark comes out. I go, "You'll now forget everything I just told you," Psh, and then
Is it? No.
it'll slowly wear on. Don't worry.
He's learning.
Okay. Don't. No, please no. What is that?
It's
Are you
magic.
serious?
It's magic. Yeah,
Roll deception.
17.
Okay.
Can I also check if he's like I'm
Yeah,
also
yeah.
just caught up and like I didn't
Uh-huh.
know he had this.
Yeah, go for it.
Can I walk up to the
Perception?
unicorn? I just want to look at her and say, if you, I don't know if you can, but if you write in the dirt in Sylvan, I can read it if you need to communicate with us.
What's I'm trying to remember.
Roll diplomacy with a +2 circumstance bonus.
I'm trying to remember what's my circumstance bonus when somebody's lying.
+1.
+1. Okay.
23.
That one.
She gives you a nod. That one.
I'm convinced he
Uh-huh.
has the ability to make people forget. things.
Okay.
I have a Men in Black.
I
thing.
guess just don't do that about like important things.
Hey, have you ever done that to me?
Please.
No.
You are,
Oh.
Well,
You wouldn't
remember.
know.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know. How many times have you done this to them? You fiend.
I like give like a devilish drow grin and then like
I thought we were friends,
so
you son of a bitch.
You definitely like stories.
I love stories,
Okay.
especially when I can make myself forget I heard them.
So, travel mechanics.
That was
I
something
use my ventriloquism ring as I walk around the beetle to be like, dude, that was bullshit. And I say that.
Oh God,
I
you're
make
very
that-
convincing.
I make that appear like right next to your head quietly in a whisper.
I was
Yeah,
just
for
like
sure.
whisper to myself, like, he's very convincing. Could have been an actor on stage.
Bit of a thespian myself.
Oh, I like women too.
Okay. So,
That's
how
the big
travel
character arc
mechanics
is my-
work
I'm actually a girl.
is there will
Hubba,
be chunks. Every chunk is.
Hello. Much like with downtime, when our party takes an extended bout of travel, I'll fill you in on the highlights. It becomes apparent quickly that Fleda, the unicorn Pegasus, is quite ill. She spends most of her time inside Snyder's carapace resting, though Phosphorus never does learn exactly where she stays in there. Speaking of Phosphorus, he takes up navigation duties, making sure they don't get too lost within the southern jungle. Sunny, Eamon, and Phosphorus sit atop Snyder as they move, with Eamon tending to the group in any way he can, keeping spirits up as he swaps stories with Sunny and making sure everyone is in good health. Renestier walks just in front of Snyder, always on the lookout for danger. After 5 days of travel, they hit their first snag, a pair of massive boa constrictors looking for a meal. Thankfully for everyone, but especially Phosphorus, Renestier is able to talk them down. 4 days later, Snyder gets stuck in a mud pit, though Phosphorus is able to throw together a quick pulley system, with everyone else throwing their weight behind it to get him out. Another 3 days later, that's 12 days total now, our party comes to blows with the jungle panther, though it flees quickly, being easily scared off by a bolt of Eamon's magic. Then comes 10 more days of slogging through the rain, mud, and undergrowth. We cut to the party as the forest around them has begun to take on a much more fantastical quality.
Journey so far has been long, tiring, and above all else, wet. However, You finally begin to see signs of the forest shifting. The flowers are getting bigger, sometimes reaching the tops of the smallest trees, each topped with petals bursting into color. Vibrant blues, pinks, and oranges begin popping into the jungle's color palette. The rain itself begins to shift, gaining a slight green hue. As you walk, you spot a bird, high up in the canopy. It's massive, almost 6 feet tall, with turquoise feathers that turn a deep red at their tips. As it spreads its wings to take flight, and you get a glimpse at what awaits you. As it spreads its wings to take flight, you get a glimpse at what awaits you under them. The feathers blend together, creating a look much like an oil painting of a canopy illuminated by sunset. As the feathers shift and rustle in the wind, so too does the scene they display, the canopy laid bare on its wings coming alive as it circles around a kipu tree. As you turn to the road ahead, there's no road, that doesn't make sense. The move path forward, as you turn forward, a massive humanoid stands just out of the shadow cast by the same kipu tree. Standing 14 feet tall, they wear an assortment of vines and branches wrapped around their torso, wrists, and legs. Another band of plant matter rests on their forehead, keeping long, green, vine-like locks out of their face. Their skin is green, with a mossy texture, deep brown eyes, and long, slightly drooping pointed ears. In their left hand, they hold a sword the size of Renistir. Its blade glistens a deep blue.
That's big.
They raise their right arm as the bird you saw before finishes its descent and lands upon it. Their blade raises, tip pointing at the group. Leave. This place is not yours. That's in common, by the way.
Yeah, if you could just steer us in the right direction, we'll just be on our way, friend.
He slightly lifts the blade as to point like behind you guys. There. Go.
I look towards Sunny. Does Sunny seem like
he's hiding?
This is familiar or no?
No, he is hiding behind whoever the closest person is.
I'm just like, I do have my shield out and my hammer.
Fleda does peek around, and all of you notice there's like a moment of where whatever this thing is notices Fleda, and the demeanor drops a little bit, but nothing changes in posture or anything.
Well, friend, our journey is taking us south, so if there's any, we'd be happy just to keep a wide berth, stay out of your way. Won't be a problem whatsoever. We can just steer right around. So, if you don't mind, we'll be on our way. Sonny, why don't we veer east or west a little bit and just add a little short detour?
Roll for initiative.
Fuck.
Oh no.
For the sake of not me controlling 5 NPCs, the 3 of you are dealing with this big dude. The other 3 have bird things going on.
Okay.
Because this bird thing is also attacking.
Sounds
with
good.
it. So, Eamon, you're first.
I would
But
like,
accurate.
as I see him sort of like raise his blade and like
Yeah, he like gets in a stance to about to charge. Yep.
intend harm, I would like to cast heat metal on his sword. How far away is he? Do I need to use the reach spell or not?
What's the range of it?
30 feet. Reach spell makes it 60.
Probably you'd need to use reach.
Okay.
Unless you wanted to move closer and then cast it. He's about 50 feet away.
I'm not moving closer.
Yeah, that's fair. So all 3 actions, heat metal.
Yes. So I speak in that sort of like airy language, and
Or is it reflex save? Or?
yeah, sparks sort of fly in my hands. Actually, no, not sparks this time. I sort of like compress, and you see this sort of like glowing hot air like wave and like simmer in front of my hand with heat waves, and then yeah, he would have to make a
19, so just a success, I believe. I think he just takes half damage, no persistent.
yes. Does he decide to drop it or no? Because that is a thing that they can do
Yeah, he'll drop it.
to lower it.
To increase the success level?
Yeah, so I think
Yeah.
it says if a target item is held by a creature, the creature can release the item to improve their degree of success by 1 step from the result of their saving throw.
Yeah, he'll drop it and get a critical success.
Okay, so he's unaffected.
Yeah.
So you see his sword begin to just like glow red hot, and as it starts to like maybe smoke on his hand,
He looks at it and immediately realizes what is happening. Maybe not like that you cast heat metal, obviously, but that this is about to be so hot it's going to hurt him, and he just drops it. And then it's his turn. And you cast a spell at him.
Yes, I did.
So he will stride twice and swing down double fist.
Doesn't hit. No.
Okay,
Down
I'm
on
on
top
top
of you.
of the beetle. just so everyone's
Oh,
aware.
yeah, you're true. That's true.
I'm
Brandon,
on
so you're
top
the
of
only
a
one on the
giant
ground, huh?
Hi.
Yeah, he'll come swing at you. Got a 25 to hit, sorry.
That does
Not
hit.
15. Okay. You take 16 bludgeoning damage.
Jesus.
You can shield block.
No, I can't because I didn't raise my shield.
Oh, you're so right. Thank you for knowing the rules better than me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, no, I shield block.
So yeah, he covers the distance. I mean, he's very large, so very quickly, and just brings both of his hands down on top of you, and you just get your shield up in time to just like not fully go unconscious from the impact. And then it is your turn, Renistir.
Okay, I'm going to raise my shield this time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to glare at him very disapprovingly of his actions on this turn.
You're gonna roll demoralize.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Make an intimidation check.
12.
Yeah, nope.
And I'm going to
You
swing.
glare at him, and you are like, maybe shouldn't have done that against something that's clearly more, at least physically intimidating than me.
Lord the shot.
And then last action.
Swang.
Okay.
I do have my hammer out. So
Yes. Yeah.
22.
That hits.
Okay. 7 damage.
Okay. Phosphorus. He's kind of like eye level with you on the beetle.
Throw a acid flask at him.
Okay.
16.
Does not hit. He moves his head enough for it to fly past him into a tree.
It takes 2 acid splash damage.
Okay. Yeah.
Is the bird fluttering around us now fighting the other
Yeah.
creatures? So
Sonny,
the
you
Pegasus
see-
is out fighting right now?
Not really fighting, more just like
Trying to
not,
hide in the
yeah, not being around. You get. It's very clear that they are not targeting the Pegasus in any way.
Yeah, it's just like picking at the beetle trying to get to
Yeah,
him.
you see Sonny shoot seeds out of his face at the bird as it like dive bombs and yeah.
I'm gonna throw a tallow bomb at him.
Okay. Does
Not hit.
okay.
That is frustrating.
Does it splash damage?
It does. It does 1 or 2
2
fire.
Perfect. Last action.
God damn it! How close is he to me?
I mean, like he's basically in a square right next to you, so very close. But he's just large enough that he's like everywhere, kind of.
Can I try to step?
Yeah, away. You want to step down? It'd have to be off Snyder.
Yeah.
To the other side of him. Yeah, you don't have to try. You just do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. As all of this quickly happens, there's a moment where combat is about to continue, and then you hear what sounds like the very faint sound of like a propeller.
I look to the skies.
And you see a foot-tall humanoid creature made of plant matter, 3 vibrant green leaves sprouting from their head, spinning like a propeller as they float through the air.
My boy!
A deep green mantle made of moss flows down its back like a cloak, its head and body made of darker plant matter, with a mouth and eye holes but no teeth or eyes. Immediately, all of the malice from this giant man, plant-looking man, drops, and he turns as they're coming from like kind of where he was, this creature. And he just drops to a knee and bows his head as this thing approaches and kind of lands in front of him. It's his form still obviously towering over this thing as it's his knees down and he's like bowing to it. And it looks like it's scolding him, but it's hard to tell because all it says is "neen, neen, 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 neen."
I'm just like sitting there with like my mouth open.
I
with
told
my
you!
Hammer and shield up.
And
I immediately jumped down from the beetle.
Yeah, he just like nods and like it has the look of like a not like a child who's been caught doing something wrong, but like someone clearly he feels as if he's done something horrible. And he then turns to all of you and doesn't knee but full bows, and he says, "My apologies."
It's fine. Neen!
Yeah, the Neen runs up to you and like hugs your calf.
I just pat him as like tears almost come out of my eyes.
I'm
and
still just
laughing
in the
like,
same pose with my shield up and hammer.
Yeah,
up. What the fuck
Sonny
is going on?
Is also
You
like.
have no idea how happy I am that you're real.
So what do we?
Phosphorus, did we walk into any sort of hallucinogens on our way here?
No.
No, guys. This is, I've told you, this is Neen.
I thought
you were-
He helped me through the woods
I thought,
before I...
I thought the bog rot had got to your brain.
The thing looks to you guys and goes, "Neen, shakes its head.
I'm gonna use quick alchemy and make myself some alcohol and start drinking.
Can I try to
Okay.
identify Neen?
Yeah.
I just hug him. I just give him a hug.
You actually wouldn't need to identify because Sonny by now would have divulged that he is a Leshy, which is basically plant people. It's more complicated than that, but
I
that's
just like
gist of it. Neen is also a Leshy. Clearly, it doesn't feel like to a less intelligent degree, but definitely there's something different here because Sonny does not talk by saying his,
I will
like,
turn to
saying
Sunny and
one
go,
thing.
why does he just say one word?
I don't know. That's creepy for me too, man.
I couldn't tell you.
He yells at him. He's like, they have a back and forth where Sonny. It's like when you see someone who's wearing the same shirt as you, but then you start talking and you clearly realize that you don't have a lot in common. So it kind of fizzles out. Because it just said, Neen just says Neen, and then he's just like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. He just keeps saying Neen.
I don't know. I'm so happy to see you. Where have you been? What happened to me?
Neen.
Can you? I hold him down a piece of paper
Hand you elixir of
and
life.
I'm just
and
gonna
a
like
quill.
half pour it in my mouth and like sort of like spills out the side as I'm
Yeah.
just like watching
I'm like,
this weirdness unfold.
I've been wanting to ask you, can you write? I hand him a quill and like hold out my little journal.
He just shakes his head.
No? Okay.
He takes it
Yeah.
and he crumbles it up and he puts it in his mouth hole. And then he like drops it on the ground out of the mouth hole. He's like,
okay.
Neen.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, this is what kind of helped me through the woods for the weeks where I was alone and stranded.
Well, he seems to have saved our asses.
Big man.
I don't know much more about him other than that. The rest of this, the big guy, the bird, that's all new to me.
He goes, picks up his blade, and he comes back,
It's technically still hot.
and he
Just kidding.
says,
Be open.
"Is it okay?"
I mean, it would still be like searing hot on the ground. It
Well,
specifically says it still
Yeah,
stays
yeah,
hot
yeah.
for people to pick it up.
Okay. What do you? Can we? I won't pick it up. I
Is
guess.
that something I can just turn off? How does that work?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I just like
Yeah.
cast my magic
He-
again. Just to say a few. Well, I look at him and I like cock my head a bit.
Can it?
I can't tell if he's like, I mean, he did just try to kill us.
Yeah.
And Nina's a friend, but like I've still never really talked to him.
That's
far as
fair.
real
What is your
conversation goes.
name? Tall one.
Tractor.
Tractor?
Tractor.
Are you going to try to hurt us with that sword more? Are you sure?
I am here to escort you now.
Is that,
Oh, I snap my fingers
is
and
it-
the red hot comes off.
He picks it up and he.
what is his
she's
name? And I point at Neen.
Neen.
Well,
What does Neen to you?
Um,
Your dad,
My
your king,
master.
your master.
he, the familiar of our master,
Who is your master?
the keeper.
The keeper is.
Mm-hmm. He's still angrily looking at the bird. He goes, "Yeah, huh?
This guy knows the keeper.
Ooh. Our friend needs magic, and they have he gets it across. They have a back and forth of like why you guys are here, and
Yeah.
he seems a little confused, but like the point gets across. These are two just drastically different beings on almost every level.
A sunflower and a giant monster.
Yeah. But yeah, Tractor just says, "Follow," and then he starts to walk.
All right, follow.
I just kind of crawl back up onto the beetle.
Okay.
Sort of like rubbing my
Neen
shoulder.
lands on the beetle. The whole time, Sunny kind of just like awkwardly looking at him.
I'm just like rotating my arm
Confused.
from where he like punched me. Like,
Yeah.
Renister, are you okay?
yeah, I'm fine. The phosphorus tossed me a couple of his healing potions.
Elixirs.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. Those are pretty cool potions.
Elixirs.
I really do like a good healing potion.
I'm going to poison your water.
I'm sorry. He walks over, Tractor.
If I just wait
And
long
he-
enough, it won't work anymore.
He places his hand, his full head, just completely on your head, and he casts heal on you. And he would do it until you're at full. So you just are at full
Yeah,
health.
when he released, I'm like,
Can,
thank you.
Sorry.
can
Can
he?
you give back spell slots?
No.
No.
Cool.
Can he heal?
That's true. Can he heal me?
Oh, he hurts you.
Okay,
So you stop him. You should.
Yeah, I just like grab his hand and pull him.
Okay.
Like, ow! I'm not normal. I don't heal like other people. I'm not like other girls.
Okay. And he just keeps going. He won't heal you. You're right. Forgot about that. Yeah. So you guys go.
If possible, on this journey, I would like to ask more about the keeper. from the large one, obviously the one
Yeah.
that can actually speak to me.
You would be met with every time. That the keeper will explain more.
Okay.
You get the energy from him that whether he
Not
wants
much of a
to or
talker.
not, he has been like it is not his things to tell the things you are asking. Basically all I can tell you is what he's already told you. Neen is apparently the familiar of the keeper, and he is now taking you to where the Jadunels live.
Okay. Thank you.
Obviously, Neen can't tell you much because he just says Neen. He can try to tell you a lot.
I'm really glad those bombs didn't land now. 'Cause
I'll
that would've
talk
been
to
a lot
Neen.
of persistent damage.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah.
I'll just talk to Neen.
Yeah. Back and forth. Sonny asks Neen to tell a story. Neen tells a story, but it's like hard to follow because all he says is Neen. So,
I
Or they
I
say
felt
his
the
name.
emotion in it.
yeah.
Very, very much so.
I'm gonna drink some more.
Okay.
This is just so far out of my comfort zone.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Neen is literally the oldest friend I have.
Well, that's true, actually. Yeah.
I would say this is
You live
probably
a sad life.
this is probably one of the few
Yes,
times.
I do.
This is probably one of the few times me and Phosphorus kind of have like a bonding moment as
Yeah,
we're both
yeah.
very fucking confused.
yeah.
I just hold out a bottle.
I take a sip from yeah.
So, yeah, a couple days would go by.
Minister
of,
just dies.
Troctor just leading the way. Like I said, there's not really any more information you can get out of him.
I would assume I'm at full health by that point.
Yeah, everything gets everything back that you spend in that. And it's morning, and travel has been much easier with the help of Troctor. The forest has now shifted from the jungle you once knew. The massive kipu trees from before seem small compared to the ones here, each reaching at least 400 feet into the sky. The undergrowth is thicker than ever, and without Troctor clearing the way, travel would be very, very slow. Every so often, you catch a glimpse of something moving in the canopy, but when you look, nothing is there. Troctor assures you that it is just the region's fauna, stating if they wanted you to see them, you'd see them. Around midday, you hear the rustling of undergrowth ahead. Neen rushes forward in excitement. Stepping out stands a tall, dark green-skinned elven man. Bulging purple eyes, long pointed ears. He wears a sash made of plant matter around his waist that falls all the way down to his feet. Torso uncovered, his right arm and hand completely wrapped in thick bark. His body is covered in sigils and markings, all faintly glowing green. In his left hand, he holds a curved wooden staff, and as he moves, the many plants around him stretch out of his path, clearing the way for him. Troctor again drops to a knee, bowing his head, speaking to the elf in a language none of you understand. It sounds like a greeting, and then he stands up, and the elf approaches you, and he says, "Welcome."
I just want to be speaking in Elvish and just say,
It worth noting he says welcome in common, just for the record. But yeah, you can speak in Elvish.
or say, hi, were you expecting us?
Sonny immediately after he speaks in common, he goes, "What the fuck?" Because yeah, you remember the whole thing is that
It's my job.
He needs someone to speak Elvish, yeah. And there's a moment where he's like, "Oh shit."
He's like calculating his losses.
100
Yeah.
gold for no reason, baby.
That
Yeah.
was a cool hammer.
And he says, "What? Sorry, you said."
I just want to say, hi, were you expecting us?
Yes.
Who might you be? My name's Eamon. And these are my partners, Phosphorus and Renisteer.
raised
Sonny
Doug.
says, "Sonny, Snyder, Fludda." He points to all of them. He says, "Senu, I am the keeper here."
I just kind of like scramble down from the thing and just like go to. Do I know the customs of the elves? Are they like handshakers? Are they bowers?
I mean, you've seen.
I feel like I've talked to
Troctor-
Yinhi enough that she's literally someone from this tribe that
Well,
would be able to.
Yinhi, as say before, she doesn't really divulge anything about the tribe.
But even her mannerisms,
she can't
might,
really. Yeah,
Like
I
you
mean,
grow up your whole life doing one
more
thing.
importantly, Troctor has bowed to both Neen and the keeper on a knee, head down. So that is the closest thing you know to like a show of respect. Maybe not a greeting, but a show of respect.
I don't kneel. I just like do like the full bow.
Yeah, full bow. Yeah.
Yeah.
He like emotions. He says, "No need. You are our guest."
Thank you.
He walks towards you guys, and he walks up to Fleda. And as he walks, he raises his hand to a tree and swirls. There's like a green pulse of magic, and the vine kind of just grows this strange, almost like a red banana, fruit as he grabs it and kind of cracks it open and hands it to Fleda. And he says, in a language none of you understand, all of you by now... Actually, anyone can roll a society check or a nature check, whichever you prefer, to determine the language that you have not understood all of these times.
That's a 9.
24.
It's Sylvan.
I
Phosphorus.
kind of figured.
Yeah. He says something in Sylvan, and she eats from it, and immediately light kind of returns to her eyes, and she seems a little more uppity. Well, not uppity. She seems a little more...
She kicks us in the face.
Just, energy returns
it's
to her a
help.
bit. And yeah, he says, follow me. And he begins to walk. And as him and Troctor exchange a few words, and Troctor just walks off into the woods.
I want to crawl back up on the beetle and
I just-
explain to my friends what just happened.
I just lean over to Phosphorus. I'm like, I preferred it when we were smashing those ash things in the tomb. This is also weird.
I want to go back to the city.
I want to go home.
I reach out for your alcohol bottle.
It's gone.
I just want to say, guys, this is the one I was talking about.
That's
That's
good.
the keeper. He's the one that can do the, obviously, look at that magic he can do. That's insane.
I know, it's crazy, right?
Yeah, he seems like a cool guy.
You know
As
what?
you-
You guys are just so unimpressed, and I'm just
what
like,
are all of your perceptions or medicine modifiers? Whichever one's higher.
3 or 2 because of the rain.
3.
4.
So as you go, he would not say anything. He just walks.
Who's he?
The keeper.
Okay, cool.
Neen sits on his shoulder the entire time. And traveling is even quicker than before because unlike where Troctor was clearing the way, the woods literally open up a path big enough for Snyder to move through as you walk. And after 2 hours of travel, you arrive at what Seinu calls Barin, a grouping of 6 massive kipu trees, but with a deep green coloration instead of the light red you're used to, form a circular pattern. A thicker, taller kipu tree stands in the middle of the circle. Its bark is light green with a crystalline texture to it, reflecting light like a polished gemstone. Its branches hold no leaves, but are instead adorned with hanging fruits. Their size, shape, and color all vary, with no two looking the same, though they all share a crystalline texture. There are no buildings or structures of any kind in view. Getting closer now, you see 2 elves walk from the mid-level canopy of a kipu tree to your right. As they do so, the branches move with them, creating a walkway between the 2 trees. The base of the kipu tree to your left then splits open, forming a doorway of sorts. A short elven woman around 5 feet tall, vibrant purple skin, flowing green hair, flowers seemingly sprouting from her shoulders, then flowing down her back into a cloak. She wears no shirt, a cinched robe made of plant matter hugs her waist and hangs down to her knees, with a similar assortment of markings and sigils as Seinu's, covering all her exposed skin. She sits atop a muscular lizard, its scales shifting in color and texture to match the surroundings as it moves. They approach, the elf hopping off, greeting Seinu with a quick bow, and the rest of you with a curt look. The arrangements have been made, Kipa, she says to him. As Seinu introduces you, he says, "This is Dayrun." Sorry, that was the female. "This is Dayrun. She is my apprentice. She will one day be Kipa, once I have joined the Jade Mother."
Hi. Greetings. My name's Eamon, Renister and Phosphorus. I'm saying this in common now.
Raise my, or actually, I put my fist to my chest, sort of like martially.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
This way.
I just
She
kind of
says-
look off and don't know what to say.
As I walk past her lizard, I'm like, "How's it going?"
It turns to you and it goes, "Huh? Was that you? Did you say that?"
Yeah, lizard gang.
He turns to what was introduced as Dayrun, and he goes, "You understand this?" And he's like, "This one could talk to me. I thought only you could talk to me." And she goes, "There are others with abilities." And she looks to you, not really confused, but definitely like way more intrigued than she was before.
I'm just
he
sort of
goes-
like leaning towards the lizard. I'm like, "She treating you okay? She feed you?"
Yeah, have you fucking seen me? I eat a lot.
I'm just making sure.
Okay.
Just, lizard rights, man.
Mm-hmm. What?
Gotta look out for each other.
Yeah. Sure.
It's a wild world out there.
Roll diplomacy with a +3 circumstance bonus to see how much this lizard warms up to you, I guess.
11.
Okay. It's just like no progress, or it's like not good or bad. It's just like, okay. Seinu and Daerun walk you towards that tree.
Can you remind me who's who again?
Seinu is the keeper.
Seinu, keeper.
Daerun is the
future keeper.
It is worth noting that those two elves you saw walk across had none of the markings or sigils that these two have. They looked of similar aesthetic, color schemes, similar-ish, but no sigils
Purples
or anything.
And greens and blues.
Yep. Yeah, so you go towards that tree. As you approach, it just kind of opens up into, the tree formulates into steps. And you come to kind of a big, what is akin to just a big room.
When we were outside, did this look like a big population? Like,
you only saw two people walk across, but these
Yeah.
trees are fucking massive.
yeah, okay.
Like they are more than double the size of the Keeper trees you've seen before.
yeah.
And if you were to look up, you would see some sort of movement up in them. That looks like there's elves up
Not
in
really,
them
like,
too.
between them a whole lot.
Yes, yeah. And then you saw the two elves walk across. So it definitely looks like it could hold a good amount of people. It's
Okay.
just they're probably either hot up or not around you.
Okay, cool. And we're just stepping into one of the keeper trees now.
Yes. Seinu looks to Daerun, and they exchange a back and forth of basically an elvish, so you would get this, he tells her to take Snyder, Sunny, and Fleda to what he calls the orchard, because Snyder won't be in the tree. So they, unless you guys say anything or stop them, she walks off with her lizard with them.
Do we just hear 3 gunshots from the meadow?
They took him where all the giant beetles.
And yeah,
die.
and then Seinu walks you up into the tree, into a big area that looks like it could. It has a big pile of plant matter, roughly in the shape of a bed for each of you, and a something akin to like a place to store things, a desk / dresser. That's what I'm looking for. Made of plant matter as well. And there's a big bulbous plant hanging from the ceiling that illuminates the room in this dim blue light. Well, it's not actually dim light, but it's blue light. And yeah, he motions for you to get, I don't know, what is the word? Comfortable? Get comfortable? I don't know why I couldn't think of that.
Yeah, I take off my backpack and just kind of like set it down by one of the beds, I guess.
Okay.
And sort of look to my pals to do the same. After being on the road for a month, a bed's gonna
Yeah,
be
it's
nice.
definitely weary and wet traveling for sure.
I like wring out part of my poncho
Onto the bed.
onto your bed.
That was, oh, man. No comfort here. Yeah, I'll just sit down, but I'll just still have my shield strapped on. I'm just kind of in a daze, like a lot going on.
Culture shock.
I want to go back to the trees that I'm used to. This one's weird.
I have a favor to ask.
Is this Seinu?
Say new you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, of course. Anything.
You. He looks to
me?
you, Eamon.
Yeah.
You will perform the Keeper's trial.
What is that?
You two, he turns to you two. You will help him on the way.
Okay, what do we have to do?
Doesn't really sound like we have a choice here.
Sorry, will you help him?
Oh, okay, yeah.
When you say it like that.
The question stands, what are we doing?
There are 3 steps. I will tell you the first.
Okay.
There
I
is a
literally
place.
pull out my journal from my back pocket.
You do not need to. Okay. First, you must retrieve a tear.
Tear?
Mm-hmm. You will go to Boonpa.
Okay. What is a tear and what is
A tear when you
Boonpa?
cry.
Yes, a tear of what?
Do you cry?
Of whom?
Nevins.
Me?
Just or
Amy?
do you rain when you get sad?
I cry.
Good to know.
It's not very seldom.
It's right in my journal next to my little like thing on Eamon. Big crier.
Who's Tyr?
Nerins.
Yours is
Naren?
red crayon.
Nerins. Nerin.
And why are you having me do this, or why are you asking me to do this?
In return, we will give Fleta a home. Deal?
That wasn't part of the deal with Sunny, was it? You couldn't have known I was coming.
Sunny?
The little sunflower?
The spirit, yes.
He's a spirit?
He's a nature spirit in a physical body,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
I believe most people refer to them as leshies.
What happens if I pass?
You will pass.
Oh.
What happens if you pass?
Yeah.
You make progress.
Progress in what?
Yourself?
My ninja way?
No.
Oh.
Shut up.
Copyright. God.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I guess
But-
it's the only thing that's going to get you guys to...
To answer your
go home.
question, as he looks to the 3 beds that, if you didn't notice before, are roughly equivalent to a bed perfectly to fit your size. Yours is a normal one. Yours is a little bigger. Yours is a perfect size for you. I didn't know you were arriving.
How did you know?
Anything that goes on in these woods, I know about it.
Do you know about a young boy getting lost? One that can possibly turn into a fox?
We have no young ones gone.
Not from here. I forgot the city's name.
I know
feel
about
bad.
everything that goes on in, how you say, my neck of the woods.
Okay. We're the shop. Okay. Yeah.
Get
I guess I'm
situated.
in. Yeah.
Didn't your little flying friend, the one who says Neen a lot?
Yes.
Didn't he find our
Yeah.
friend here in the woods after he was lost?
Is there
How did you
any-
know about him?
Is there any... Yeah. I didn't even think about that. You're familiar. The Leshy. How did
Yes.
it find me
And why?
when I was shipwrecked?
He can speak with plants.
But that was pretty far away from here.
It was.
It was not necessarily in your neck of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me anything about that? Or like, how was he sent to find me specifically? Did he just happen upon me? Did you know about me since then?
He walks close to you. He puts his arm on your shoulder. He says, "It is good that you are safe. That is all you need to know."
Okay. Thank you, Sinu.
I thought you called him Senor.
Thank you.
senor.
Gracias, señor.
Gracias.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Elvish is Spanish.
And by this point, the
Portuguese. Portuguese.
tree behind him kind of parts, and the Daerun walks up. No lizard with her. And Senu, without turning, he says, "Daerun will show you around. I have preparations to make."
Okay.
When
Thank
are we,
you.
When are we leaving to go get the tier?
I do not know yet. Probably tomorrow or tonight.
All right.
There is
Okay.
another that will be joining you.
Another? An elf from
No,
the Jade? Okay.
I do not know where he's from or what he is,
Oh,
but he owes me.
okay. Yeah, sure. Sounds good. Love to see the place, and we got to find Sunny so we can get our money.
That was very poetic.
Well,
Daerun looks to
Artsy
you
guy.
and she says, "Follow." And then she starts walking down.
I kind of look to you guys like, kind of feeling bad that I brought you into this. Like I thought they were going to be a little nicer. I'm just kind of like, sorry. Like
I kind of like
mouth the word sorry.
speed up my step to Eamon. I'm like, to be entirely honest with you, I don't know what the fuck is going on. And it kind of makes me nervous. But
Me too.
But-
I have to do a trial.
but
I've never done a trial of any kind in my life.
you should study. What I will say to you is, I don't know what is going on, but you have proven to be a reliable companion, so I am here for you in these trials.
If I wake you up and say we need to leave in the middle of the night, will you?
I would leave faster than words could leave your lips.
I can also
Did you try to have the
leave
conversation quietly?
Yeah, but like I'm kind of like I'm saying in hush tones, but like if she hears, I'm just like,
Okay, that's fine. I mean, she definitely hears.
Yeah.
She's leading you, so.
I hope she understands why I would be a little uncomfortable.
She lives in a tree. I don't think she understands.
That's true.
Yeah, she leads you down
These savages.
out of this tree.
You city folk.
And she brings you to the tree, another tree, one of the 6 in the circle, and she stands in front of it. Looks just like all the other side circle ones. She's wow, what was that? She says, "This is Jiken. It is home of the hunters.
The hunters.
They hunt those who mean us harm." And she starts to walk up into it. And you come you don't get too far up before it opens up into a big open chamber with a lot of small, very clearly what look like sparring rings. And in one of them, there is what looks like a Jaydun, very clearly a Jaydun elf, wielding this dulled wooden short sword. The end of it has paint on it. What looks like paint, very bright red paint. And across from him is you.
Me.
Yeah.
Hi.
John.
That's not his character name. Stop breaking the fourth wall.
So I guess I'll just describe what you see.
Yeah.
So you see a tall man, probably 6'3", 6'4". He is very muscular. He is wearing a vest, like a small vest that goes to like his midsection. He is wearing like I think Aladdin. Just Aladdin.
Yeah. In terms of clothing.
In terms of the clothes.
Okay. Yeah.
Got curly shoes and everything. He has a headband that has a couple of eagle feathers just sticking out, like beaded on there. Darker, tannish, dark skin, dark brown hair. And the biggest thing that you would notice are 4 giant tattoos that are basically on each section of him, like one on his left arm, his right arm, right leg, and left leg. The left arm is a red one. It has like weird, like fiery designs. The right one is blue. Right arm is blue. Left leg is green. The right arm was like wavy. The green one is, like grassy and mountainy. And then the right leg is like windy and had some like lightning bolts and stuff, and it's yellow.
So you're a ladong.
What do
your ears look like?
That's tough. Just regular ears,
Yeah,
not
just
pointy.
ears. And then you
Okay.
have, did you say your hair? Just like short?
Yeah,
Or
just,
like longish?
yeah,
messy?
just like middle.
The only
Like
thing I missed.
Mid-length boys.
Yeah,
The-
mid-length boys.
The only thing I missed that you're human. Is that right, or did you say you're
I look pretty much human.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we don't know for sure. Then.
Yeah, there's definitely a miss. I mean,
the giant
regardless of the
tattoos are weird,
yeah.
but
Do we need to describe our characters for him, or do you know?
I know.
Cool.
Why don't you? Yeah, because
And then I was going to describe I have 2 swords that are kind of like sickles, like a mixture of like a sickle and a scimitar, just like because it goes out like a little bit, and then it has the big like half moon, and then it has like a little hook on the end of it.
Why don't you roll an attack roll with the short sword as you were sparring?
Is he using a wooden sword
just
too?
a normal attack. Yeah.
Okay.
You would be
I thought he
aware.
was using his like hook scimitar.
No, I
No.
have them on my back.
Yeah.
Okay.
You would be aware that this is you. Well, I'll tell you. What'd you get?
Just with my like normal.
Yeah, just use your
sword.
normal plus to hit.
we don't
attack.
spar
It is.
here. We fight to the death.
17.
Yeah, so you see in one swift motion, it looks like they are just about to start. The elf already has some paint on him, and they both stride in and do the anime thing where they pass, and you just hear paint splatter, and the elf turns around and there's just like a splotch of paint and a cross across his face. And
Squitter kid, though.
And he just looks slightly disappointed. But yeah, you see these 4 enter just as that happens. Another thing of note. In the time you would have been here, Seinu would have described the person you need to protect for him to tell you whatever. And that description is exactly what you see for Eamon.
Cool. And so this is just like an open room. Are they?
Yeah. There's a couple more elves in here.
But like they're just like, we're not in like above like on a stage, or they're not.
No,
like,
you are just in like the
the-
general sparring area. There's a couple sparring rings.
Cool.
So
I'm just looking around.
I just wave my hand. Hey. And I walk over towards you.
but as he walks
like a
over,
scared kid to
you
like foster
hear the most audible from Dayrun. And she says, what is your name?
Hold on, I'm still walking over.
Okay.
I look to Renaissance and Phosphorus like, is he talking to me? Why does everybody here know me?
Because you're the protagonist.
You kind of stand out, man.
They've made it to the Jaydun Elves, and our party is about to get a little bit bigger. Though who exactly is this new member, and what's his deal? And why is Seinu having Eamon take the Keeper's Trial? Also, what is the Keeper's Trial? All of this and more, next time on Dying 5.
If you enjoyed today's episode, consider leaving us a review on whatever platform you listen on. We'd love to hear your feedback. And if anyone in your life just can't get enough tabletop RPG action, send them our way. If tabletops have taught me anything, it's that good stories become great ones when you have some folks to share them with. And as always, thanks for listening.